at the Glen. That's right, we're throwing it back, everybody. Hi again, everybody. It's
Hazard,
Hazard here,
Grant,
alongside our fill-in commentator for Jade Burr, who is racing tonight, Dash for Cash. Of course, we got Weston Grant, and of course, we got Mr. Steve Rogers returning. And of course, we have our lovable and gullible Mike Hurlbutt Sr. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, buddy, what's up? How are things going?
Not too bad at all.
You ready for tonight? I mean, you look. I mean, you think about it tonight. I mean, wholly different. Different dynamics. Some of these guys actually have gotten to run. And some of these guys are hot seats that we have tonight. Back involved in the series again. You turn to left and right. You're in the Xfinity cars. I mean, we're gonna see what these guys are made of with these custom setups that we run here for the road courses.
Honestly, yeah, I'm really excited for this as well. Seeing what the races have put on, Monday night and even last night with the truck series, they've been really great races. So I'm excited to see what these Busch guys can pull off tonight.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I mean, we have, you have your road your road course veterans. You got U.S. Trek, very good at a road course. Jade Burr, of course, he's here, jumping in a car tonight instead of, running as a hot seat. You got Matt Parkhurst. He's another good road course guy. I mean, there's several people, if they hit on that, if they've gotten them custom setups just right and they hit it right, this could be a great battle.
Oh, yeah, definitely for sure. You mentioned Jade, who was the defending Cup winner here last season. Won Monday night in the Cup cars. Almost won again yesterday. Fortunately, running out of fuel, giving the win to his teammate, Jardy, who's battling Baggio, who's also in the field tonight. I look for them two to be really fast all night long. Definitely the ones to watch tonight, as well as Goose, who you also mentioned earlier, Mike. So those are definitely my ones to watch tonight, and they're going to be fast.
Yeah, exactly. And something. I mean, the whole key to this whole track. I mean, what we're looking, I believe, I could be off. Was it 14 corners? 14 or 16? I can't remember. Help me out with that, because
I think it just depends on how you look at the track. Because I know
too many.
Matt said 6.
Okay.
That's just the way that he looks at it. For me, I think I look at it like 9 or 10.
Right. Well, either way, it's going to take. It depends on going into that first corner. Who's going to be able to want to say, okay, listen, if I take that braking zone like I normally do, it's probably, I'll tell you right now, with these many cars, what are we looking at? What, 16, 15 cars tonight?
16 cars
yeah, something like that.
16 cars tonight. So, I mean, if they go hammering in that turn one, and if they're not willing to either one, communicate, hey, listen, I'm going to start slowing down early, for the fact being is that, there's 16 of us and piling in there. If nobody does that, it's going to be nothing but a junkyard at the end of that turn one. Now, once they get past through that, and get them, first they got to get themselves sorted out. Yes, it's still, it's a road course. It is fairly short of a race, from they're used to, some of the lengths that we run. Just because it is a road course. But they really have to sort themselves out, find a position, ride a little bit, get your strategy in, because this is more of a strategic track than anything else. It's keeping yourself on the track, out of the grass, don't be John Deere, that kind of, I'm an example of that. I did that a few times. But, it's not easy to do, but once you get settled in, just ride out, get your setup, fix whatever your pit stop setups in, and then make your run towards the end of it, because that's when it's going to count, because it's definitely going to probably come to a fuel mileage.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. There's no question about that. We saw that come down to fuel mileage last night. With Jardy and Maggio able to save enough to battle for the win at the end, and Jade running out. So. That's definitely something we're going to have to watch out for. We know Goose is really good at saving tires and fuel, especially, with the long run. We've seen it at multiple tracks this season. We know Jade can do it if he does it right, but then if he doesn't do it right, then it goes completely wrong for him. Perfect example yesterday with that.
Yeah, as I said, it's going to come down to the field and the drivers. Are they willing to be in a road course, settle in, pick a spot, run, or do they want to hammer this thing hard and take these things in 2, 3, 4 wide, going into the corners? You know what I mean? Hoping that they're going heads or tails at that point. You know what I mean? You gotta change that braking zone. For the fact is that, for one, if you don't know the person's braking zone in front of you, if you haven't, if you're not familiar with their racing style, you almost have to give them a little extra leeway, because of the fact being is that you just don't know, well, why am I going to do that? But then you also have to make sure you communicate to the people behind you that, hey, listen, I got to brake a little bit early. That's the big thing about the whole deal, is that you still got to, even though we're racing for points and this and that, you still got to kind of work with each other in communication, because of, if not, then it's just nothing but, as I said, it's a demolition derby, and a lot of cars will go home on the wrecker.
Indeed, it will be, Mike. And since we're talking about the drivers, let's get to the starting lineup. This is not for position. These are all the drivers who have volunteered to race tonight. So, with that being said, let's get started. So in the number 13 Toyota Supra for Toyota Knoxville for what team is the 13 again?
Hampton.
For Hampton Motorsports, we have Game Nerd. And for this next up, the number 61 Toyota Supra.
Also Hampton.
It is another Hampton car. Give it up for Weir Savage Burra Jr. In the number 10, representing his own team, Fatal Motorsports, we have Jade Burr. Sorry.
Following him, we have another Fatal Motorsports driver in the number 11, Drake. 6 or 7-time winner this season.
I believe he's a 7-time. He's a 7-time winner at this point, and from what I've been hearing around the garage and stuff like that, when I talk to some of the drivers, he's definitely someone you're going to want to keep your eyes open on.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. We were talking to Matt a little bit earlier. Sorry, Hazard, but I'm just going to kind of cut it in here. We were talking to Matt, and he was talking to Drake, yesterday or even earlier today, and he said he wasn't really looking forward to this race because it's one of his worst road courses. So this may be a race that we'll see Drake kind of fall back and not be the best, like he's been throughout this whole season that he's been here. So
or is that like the possum play where I'm gonna roll up in a ball and say, hey, yeah, listen, and next thing you know, bam.
He did wreck the first lap of the Heat race.
Sorry, continuing lineup, buddy. Sorry about that. We were just touching on someone of the important. Right now he's the man to catch in this series.
Yeah, no worries. Next up, in the number 89 Blue Emu Chevrolet Camaro for KAI Racing.
Yep.
Give it up for Keith Allen Ayers. Yeah. Next up in the number 16 Chevy Camaro for Fatal Motorsports, it is William Moore. Next up in the number 99 Toyota Supra for Hampton.
MMG.
Oh, MMG Racing. It is KJ Racing. Next up, we've got the Fuel Mileage Save Master in the number 36 for... I'm trying to remember the team. Give me a second.
Broadcast.
Arabella?
Is...
Oh, that's Critical Role.
Goose is Wolfpack, actually.
Yeah.
For Wolfpack Motorsports, it is the number 36 Chevy Camaro of the Goose.
Which is U.S. track, guys.
Next up, for his own team, in the number 8 Chevrolet Camaro for Parkey Racing, Matt Parkhurst. In the number 9 for Wolfpack Motorsports.
Nope.
Night Racing. Night Motorsports,
there you go.
Sorry. It is the number 9 of Turf Tech. Next up, for a unknown team, in the number 98 Ford Mustang, it is Maggio Magic 1.
He does not have a team.
Yeah, I got folks. I mean, sorry about that. I mean, We're still working on, Jade's not here tonight. I didn't get a chance to look at the roster on the team, so, I mean, don't mind if there's a little mix-up or confusion. Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Next up, in the number 68 for KAI Racing, it is Kristen Sjoberg, a.k.a. Nitro.
Nacho.
Followed by the number 1. And what team is that car for?
That is mine, Night Racing.
Night Motorsports. It is Demon in the number 1 Chevrolet. Alright, dwindling down now. Next up in the number 08 for KAI Motorsports, it is Casey Joe. And for the final 2, we got Fatal Motorsports' own Scorpius for Life in the 44 Chevy Camaro. And last up, Jay Fergie in the number 92 Chevy Camaro for which team?
That is Critical Role.
Critical Role. And that concludes the lineup. So, a lot of big names on here.
Yeah, I mean, any one of these guys, some of these guys have been in the series, for a few seasons. I mean, they were I ran with them a couple seasons. Any one of these guys have the opportunity, two things are going to happen. One, it's going to come down to a driving error by somebody. Two, it's going to come down to someone, and to be the winner of this, that has managed their equipment, stayed out of the grass, kept, just have done basically everything they could do as a driver to keep that vehicle underneath them.
And honestly, that's kind of what the past 2 races come down to. Has just been more of managing your equipment and a little bit of fuel strategy. That's been the major part of these past couple of races this week. So definitely, probably looking towards the trend of doing that again tonight.
Well, I mean, as I said, it's going to come down to patience. Who's willing to, understand the fact that, okay, we all have different breaking points. So you kind of got to be very aware of that until you get yourself a little bit sorted out, get a little bit of space with each other off the restart. Get what you can get. If you can't, then just settle in, run your race, and have, get what you got to get underneath that vehicle to make it better and make your charge in the end. Because the end's where it's going to matter, because I believe you're going to have to stop.
All right. I think we've said enough about the drivers and stuff. I think it's time we take a lap. So, Dash, if you're feeling well enough, could you hop into the number 20 car and take them for a lap? Because they got to see what these drivers are up against.
Well, definitely most important section on the track to get right is definitely turn 1. It's a heavy braking zone down the front stretch. You're going to be carrying a lot of speed. Once you make the corner, you got to be careful not to stay on that rumble strip or, straddling it or whatever, because that can really mess up the car, get it loose, and possibly even spin out. We've seen a few wrecks happen off this corner this week. We've had a few incidences coming up through the S's. People trying to make passes side by side, and then, there's just not a lot of room there.
Indeed.
But a very fast section of the track, too, as well, coming up through there to the turn 5 or the bus stop, depending on how you want to look at it. Again, another heavy braking zone, but it's fast. Single file through there. It's hard to make passes at that point. I was able to do a couple passes there, just caught trucks at the right time yesterday. And then the carousel, got to be patient with it on the throttle. Get the car, truck, whatever you're driving, turning in the right direction. And, you're another long, well, not long, but, good stretch down to turn 10 at that point. Another hard braking zone, left-hander, For most people, I think you keep it in third gear. Some may try second gear, depending on the setup. And then you're making the right hand through the final corner to go back down to the start-finish line.
You'd still be shifting up, but when you get back to turn 1, you'll be immediately shifting down.
Oh,
you should be in fourth gear by that time.
Well, right. Well, at that point, I mean, when you're coming off that, see, when I come into that point, this is just because I raced the last 2 races, so just coming into that, my objective is to get that vehicle into second gear so I can cut into that corner coming off that last turn, so I don't have to necessarily drift so wide. Because what you're going to find is that, you know how people, and here's something I wanted to throw out to that, you know how you use that runoffs? Well, watch your tires when you use those runoffs. You burn that left hard. I mean, if you can get it, to where if you get that weight adjustment in that nose just right, and you're able to stay on the track, you're going to increase your tire wear by at least 5%. If you watch it, really watch it when it goes down, because if you start hitting that runoff, we all do it just because it's fast, and it's a way to do it. But I'm telling you right now, you burn your left front because of that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know, like I said, any of these rumble strips that you can hit at any time, they will get you really loose. And like I said, you can either spin, cause a wreck, or, you know, as Mike just mentioned, it'll really kill your tires at that point.
You know, and also the weight height too, because if you're starting to run like that and you got to go over those rumble strips, you're losing some speed. The factor is that you got to run your springs and stuff a little bit higher to get over those strips, and at least so you don't spin out. You know, and so now you're losing that downforce on that nose, and the rest of the car, where you could actually, if you'd made a little bit of adjustment in your transmission, you would easily be able to get that car down into that second gear. Especially, I run turn 1 in second gear, just so I don't shift out into that runoff and use it for saving my tire factor at the end of the race. That's what it's going to take.
I think for me, it just depends more on like the setup versus, you know, the sliders that we run. Because, you know, on sliders, I'm definitely the same way. Most of the time when it comes down to turn 1, and even the final corner, you know, I'm in second gear for those. The rest of the time, I'm usually down in third at the lowest.
Even through the S's, when I come up through those S's, you know, just before you hit that carousel, when I come through there and come off that fast strip, you know, but when I hit that line, I want to be in third gear. By the time I hit the middle of those S's there, I want to be in second gear. So when I hit the exit of that second gear, I can get into third. And I still do my best not to use that runoff for the fact is, as I said, you watch that tire wear. And when people do it, they're not going to expect it with the length of this race, and it's going to burn out that front. And next, you know, a year's pitch strategy is out the window.
Yes, but one other thing we need to keep an eye on tonight is definitely people the ability to give room on the track, because we saw in both races that some cautions did fly out.
Oh yeah,
you got to be very mindful of that.
Oh yeah, a caution thrown in the middle of this, and then everybody's strategy goes right out the window, anyways. Because everybody always looks forward to hopefully having that green flag run, because it is a road course, you know, and they do breed those kind of deals because of the space. But it's the beginning of each stage is where the difference makes it, because people, you know, we all tend to, as people, as racers, we all tend to want to push that first part because the tires are brand new and we want to get everything we can get out of them at that point.
Indeed, you do. So, we're waiting on updates from the Heats.
Turf, you got an update for us, buddy?
Yes, Heat 2 is over, and it was hell.
Who won?
Drake.
How?
A caution came out when he spun out, so he stayed with the pack.
Oh, so that...
And then he drove back up through the heat and won it.
How about that?
Yeah, he
Drake's
ran
going for win number 8.
He ran a 106 as his fast lap, so
I told you.
Oh,
I told you don't.
106.
And right
my
now, that is
fastest
right now.
was a 108. So I'll be in the
right
back
now,
of the
that is the fastest I've heard yet from anybody in on this track right now for this race.
I think that's the fastest for the Xfinity side for this series.
Yes.
So Drake has a track record now.
He would have it, yes, I believe.
So
I told you. Don't.
He ran a 106.382.
And that's after spinning and working his way back up through the field.
That's a good lap.
Let's see, all time here. There's a
Where would that put him?
He's not on the top 10, but it's close.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
The top all time is a 105.4.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I know there was a few of our guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a few of our guys, Goose, Casey. You know, those guys were sitting on that list for a long time. Nat,
Drake
I believe he hit
number one fastest lap weekly. The next closest was Maggio at 106.984.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But Maggio was overdoing it and was hitting Goose a lot because Goose was getting mad.
Oh. Yeah, we got to keep an eye on that throughout the race for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for the update.
Goose like 2 turns in a row.
Okay.
And Heat 1 is also done. They're jumping into the race chat now.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab me something.
Well, thanks for letting us know about that. Thanks for that driver update on that. Thank you.
Don't ask for any more updates because you might not see them from me.
That's fine. Thank you very much.
You might. No. If you want to watch me after like the third lap, you might see the leaders passing me.
I've been there. But no, there we have it. There's a little bit of driver updates there from the heat races. You know, this obviously, as we talked about that before, Drake. Yeah, I told you. Sometimes playing things close to the chest, you just don't know what somebody's got, and and look what happens. Maybe he, after the last experience on the road course, he upped his game. So that's what it sounds like the team did. They really went hard to work on their road course program, and now look at the result.
Yep.
So I believe now, folks, we're just waiting on everything else to get taken care of, get everybody in their lobbies. How are we doing over there, guys?
I'm back.
That's what I was wondering what was up.
Sorry about that. One of the hosts had to take a break.
Oh. Are we on pause for now? Or are we still broadcasting?
No, we're getting the lobby set up.
Okay. We're what now? Still broadcasting.
Yeah, we should be still broadcasting.
Well, we wish I would have known. Sorry, everybody. No, we're trying to get everything all set up for the start of this for qualifying.
Indeed, we are.
Obviously we've heard a little bit of chatter about some of the drivers, this and that, a little bit of contact, might be a little bit of something to keep an eye on tonight as the night goes on. Drake snapping off a heat win after spinning and coming from back to the field.
Record.
Yeah, and breaking a track record for here.
I'm gonna check the broadcast to make sure it's still running.
Thank you. Sorry, folks, about that. Sorry, folks. Now we're just waiting on everything else. I mean, Heat 2, I don't know if that was Heat 1 or Heat 2. Heat 2 we're not so much about. We haven't heard any feedback on there, but I imagine that was probably just as exciting as Heat 1.
Talking between the two heats, I've definitely noticed that Heat 1's a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, Heat 2's more relaxed.
Heat 2 or Heat 1?
Heat 2 is a little bit more, which is the one that Turf is in.
Yeah. I mean, if I would knew, I mean, I should have. I'm sorry, guys. It was my bad. My phone's charging. I could have pulled up all the information on who's in what heat. But I mean, if you got to look at the drivers that are in those heats, are they drivers that have been here for 2 seasons, or are they drivers that have been?
I can tell you who's in heat 2.
Yeah, I mean, or is it new drivers that have come in to start this new series? Start this season, and you know what I mean. That's what it. That's what it's going to.
Of those heats, who?
So Heat 1 has Matt, KJ, Will, Chase, Casey, Joe, C's, Fergie, Game Nerd, and Demon. And then Jade was also in that one just to kind of even it out a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Heat 2 we had Keith, Scorpius, Turf, Nitro, Goose, Maggio, and Drake.
So, which is the more relaxed? Is we talk about Heat 2?
Heat 1's definitely more relaxed.
Of course. Now there's the point, and that's the point I was trying to make. Look at the drivers who are in there. Those drivers have been together for quite a while.
Yeah.
Now they've raced together in the series. Some still, we've all raced in the series for 2 seasons together. Some, we've been in, the other series together for ever. Now, if you look at the Heat 2, those are kind of like the newer individuals that have just kind of entered the series. They're not, it literally takes, because I've been in this series for 2 seasons, and this is what it really takes. It takes that almost enough to get, one, you got to get trust to the drivers to be able to drive with each other, and 2, to be able to work kind of that cooperative team kind of opponent kind of deal to get it in their head. Okay, listen, if we kind of work a little bit together, not, I'm not saying not race. I'm saying race within your means. You know what I mean? And maybe sometimes it's better to give that little bit of inch than to take that inch and next thing you know, you're sticking, 14 cars up in the air, sending them to the space center. You know what I mean? And that's what it's going to take here too, as well, because it's going to take a little bit of cooperation. I'm hoping that, and that's the whole deal, is that, the people that have been together for years and the ones that are just coming in, that's the dynamic you're looking at, and that's why it's relaxed to one heat to the next. So it's like invites to just come out, huh?
Yeah, we got him coming from Turf. He'll let us know when to join.
Excellent, thank you. But on that, this is exciting. It's Glen. We all know what's up. We all know what happens. Good luck to all the drivers tonight. Just give a shout out, Steve. Hopefully you're still in here. I want to give you a shout out. Thank you again. I'm glad you're here, buddy. You still here? Get a coffee?
I'm here.
Oh wow, yeah, Steve. Well, finally, our beloved sponsor of that really helped. That stood behind us and stood behind our series and what Jay does here and what all of us do here. Actually, it's not just. It takes all of us to make this all happen. So, how you doing, Steve? Good.
Doing well, thank
you.
Yeah,
before they get this fired off, so what do you think about tonight, buddy?
It's going to be a good race. There's no doubt about that. I foresee a little strategy thrown in here, and somebody that's willing to save tire and fuel towards the end.
And yeah, this is actually one of the bigger fields we've actually had here on the road course.
Join if you want to watch qualifying.
But all right, folks, here we go. We're gonna let's see what these guys got to offer us tonight.
I should.
I can send them.
Okay. Yeah, I sent everybody 2.
Here, I'll get you real quick.
Here we go.
Hope that doesn't make you quit.
No. There we go.
I'll accept it after qualifying, so that I don't quit.
All right, folks, here we go. I think we're off blue screen now. We're good.
Azure, you should have one now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are we still going? We all good?
Yep.
Yeah, we should be good.
All right.
Plus, we have somebody special who is willing, because it won't be me who's saying the boogity this time.
Who's gonna be saying the boogity this time?
DW himself.
All right, here we go, folks. Yep, it's already here. We go. Everybody all good?
I'll be a little late to the action, but okay.
Well, me too. How's it going at? But right now,
well,
I mean,
again, it's just qualifying, so don't worry about it right now.
Yeah, we're just cruising around and watching. See, we're gonna flip through some of this drivers here.
Yep. So, Dash, I don't know if you want to do it or not, but I know Jade normally goes to the field here.
That's what we're working on right now.
If you want to follow along, so we have the 8 of Matt Parkhurst currently in 3rd, following behind the 11 of Drake and the 99 of KJ, who is in the lead right now. The 13 of Game Nerd slow on the track, just giving himself some room for qualifying here and get a clean lap on a clean track. We've got the 10 of Jade and the bmoose.org car, not one we see too often around on the track. Next up we got Goose in the 36, blue and white scheme this week. Drake in the 11 leaf filter machine.
Casey Joe and that.
The 08 of Casey Joe. Yep. Followed by his corporate teammate, the 92 of Jake Fergie.
The only critical roll car out on the track.
If Annette's in here, then no, but yeah. I don't remember if Annette is or not. Anyway, followed by the 16 of Will, another Fatal Machine. The 89 of Keith Kitty Ayers.
Meow. Always running the normal scheme.
Oh, yep, he's running the Morgan Shepherd scheme this week.
And here is the 9 car, Exalta Chevrolet of Turf Tech.
Yep, beautiful rep on that car this week. Followed by the 44 Scorpius, another Fatal car.
Then we got Nitro still running the throwback.
Yeah, beautiful Mark Martin throwback 68 there.
I think he really loves that scheme and he wants to hang on to it and cherish it a little more.
And then the 98 of Maggio and Chase Briscoe's highpoint.com.
Qualifying is over.
And back to the 8 of Matt Parkhurst in the Poppy Bank machine.
Well,
so
that's
this
the
will be
lineup,
interesting
folks.
to see who got pole.
Yeah, I was watching too. It looks like it wasn't too bad. Everybody seemed to be, just trying to settle and get a good lap. Yeah, we'll see what the, what the numbers produce here when we get this thing fired off.
Indeed.
So, just based off what little we saw, who do you think had pole here?
I
don't know.
I'm thinking either Drake or Jade got the pole.
I think, from what we heard about the Heat racing and what he did, I'm pretty sure it's gonna, Drake is probably gonna have a great number. But any of those top 5 cars could, he doesn't always have to, it's tough to tell.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at Drake, maybe KJ, even Maggio. He's been real fast.
He's got his numbers up in the 36. He's had his numbers up there too for quite a while up on this road course.
Yep, and again, it's Goose. He's really quick at road courses, so you never know.
Yep. I know he did say that. Well, last time this little who did?
I said now it's time to find out who got the pole.
Oh yes, exactly. And I was racing with Goose earlier, and he was definitely he wasn't as quick as he usually is, and he was definitely struggling in the practice and when I talked to him.
So pole is going to go to Jade with the 107.15.
Oh wow! And Drake second
with 07.53. Third goes to Maggio with the 07.67. Fourth is Goose with the 07.74. Fifth will be Keith with the 07.92.
Look at those times, though. That's incredible. Those times are. There's not much. It's come out to this. If those times stand like that. If those times stand like that, and they keep standing like that, it's going to come down to a driving error, or who's willing to, in the end of this, because of those times are all they're not far off.
Now we're getting set for the race?
Yep, should be getting set up for the race.
41 laps here.
From Nitro.
Just let us know when we can join, Turf.
Yeah, send everybody 2 invites again.
Thank you.
We're still sitting in the
Turf.
lobby.
Yeah, see,
Hey
right
guys,
now,
I didn't qualify last. I qualified 13th.
Even right now, you know, looking at the daily lap times on the leaderboard, you know, our pole sitter isn't even the fastest of the guys. You know, Jade had that 107.15, and the fastest today has been Drake with a 106.38.
Which, if he gets interviewed tonight, he is not only going to hold an 8th win, he's also going to hold a track record. And that is huge for the Fatal team.
106.38. Yeah, he's 3/10 off of 10th place on the all-time fastest lap here.
Oh, it's still paused.
Yes, they do.
You know when I can join, guys?
Yeah, I'll let you know. Timer's going now.
Oh, 2 cars didn't make it.
I mean, I might need a invite though.
So it looks like 2 people are already out of the race.
We're loading in.
Mike, do you need invites or
Yeah, real quick, yeah, because I just snagged the one I had and. Thank you.
And we're getting set to go.
I'll go ahead and send the whole booth one more set.
There we go. Go.
Thank you.
Alright, here we go.
Steve.
Thank you.
So, reach up and pull them belts tight one more time.
Are they going?
Yep.
I don't
Hang
know. I just said it.
Yes, we are loading in. We're going.
Sorry, folks. I mean, that was a warm-up.
Let's go racing, boys!
There you
That
go.
was-
Here's DW himself.
That
Yeah.
was right at the right time. Good job.
Hey, listen. Sometimes, I mean, you know, sometimes it takes just like racing. Sometimes to get it, you got to be lucky too as well.
Somebody lagged out.
Oh,
already.
Maggio's out.
Oh. Here we go, folks.
Implications here.
Yep. Right now, it looks like try to follow through this field a little bit.
Yep, so right now you have the teammates of Jade and Drake leading the field as they enter the carousel here.
Maggio lagged out.
Yeah, he had trouble
Maggio's
issues.
out.
Yep.
His engine broke down already.
Oh, great for the Stuart Haas.
Yeah, definitely.
36
I
a
mean,
Goose in third. Ooh, Keith making a move down on the inside. He'll get clear through the corner. Here comes Matt Parkhurst right behind him. Matt's going to patiently wait
looks
here.
like Drake. Sorry,
Great
folks.
move.
Looks like Drake. He's starting to look on the inside of that of his
Got the lap,
teammate.
though. Here it comes.
Yep, Jade with a little bit of momentum.
Patient.
Ooh, slight contact by the 11.
Drake
Both
is
use
aggressive.
that runoff.
He wants that lead.
And their
Come up
teammates
through
too. So I mean, there
turn
might be a
two,
little bit
turn
more
three here.
respect there.
This might
There's
change
turn 4.
perspective up a little bit.
Goose battling Keith hard, trying to get that position back for third. Keith
Into the
holding him off.
carousel.
A little bit of grass cutting
Oh,
here.
Jade went up.
not able to make the left there. He'll hold on to the lead for now, but here comes Drake right on the back bumper as they come through the carousel.
Those kind of mistakes. I mean, you can't make them very often because if you get, especially someone like Drake that's already got 7 wins in the series, I mean, he'll capitalize on those kind of mistakes.
Yeah, remember, and Keith can capitalize on the mistakes too. Both of them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep,
I mean, it's a chain
A
reaction.
bit wide. He's going to have to enter shallow. That's going to hurt his exit. Here comes
Drake
Drake.
got loose.
Somebody spun out.
Drake pulling up beside his teammate down the front stretch. Heavy braking zone
Teammate
into
and
one.
boss.
Side by side
Oh,
as
Drake,
they go
he's
to turn
wide.
one.
He's
Drake
off
runs
into the.
wide.
Oh, there goes Jade. He's in the
Jake
wall.
going around.
Into
Drake,
the
he
wall
gets away
goes
from
the 10
that.
car. Oh, and the 99, can he hang on?
Wow.
That was a change of effect. See, that's what I was talking about. That turn one. I mean, if you hit that wrong, and you get that car upset, you know it's over. So the best part is slow it down, get it in. You know, cut that corner in second gear. Oh, Drake, he just wicked cut that corner. He was definitely
Wide through the carousel. Here comes Goose trying to make the pass back on the 89 machine. Looks like we had some other troubles back there. The 8 was around the 13 and the 10 now pressuring him.
Here comes that 36. He's knocking on that second place door.
So much action going on today.
KJ running a little bit smooth, slightly wide there, just in front of Matt Parkhurst and Jade as they battle for position.
That's Game Nerd.
It's Game Nerd in the 13.
Yeah,
you got Matt in the 8.
Jade's
then
right
you
there
got Jade
too.
the 10. That nose is definitely that's going to definitely change some driving into this corner is coming in because that front end all wrinkled up. But now we keep working back through and just you know, these guys kind of somewhat settled in. But all this, you know, as I said, that driver error is going to allow. I mean, the 36 of US Truck is not known for, I mean, he makes his errors, but he's not known for them on a road course to be very severe. And if you give him a chance, he's gonna jump on that. As soon
Keith
as
makes a mistake.
Yep. Oh, Matt gets into the back of the 13 just a little bit. Both of them still keep it straight. Here comes the 16 of Will.
Hang on.
Jade got around these two as they were battling as well.
Here comes
That
Goose.
brought the 16 up into the picture of him as well.
He's still peaking. He's pressuring. He's making what he's doing. You know, just be there. All you got to do really sometimes to make someone make just a slight error for you to capitalize on is just be in their face, be in their mirror. Don't touch them, don't nothing. Be in their mirror. Do not let up on them. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find out that, you know, sometimes, oops.
And Will looking down low on the 13 of Game Nerd as they go through turn 1. Casey Joe trying to catch up, get some positions here. Matt Parker's got around him. He's trying to drive away to catch the 10 of Jade now.
And this is not what these guys want to see. You let Drake out front. Knowing what he pulled off, in his heat race and the time he snapped on there, and even though he didn't do so well in qualifying, you did not want to let him out front.
No, you do not.
Yeah, as we can already see, as Drake comes through turn 10, he's got a sizable gap on these drivers in second and third as they continue to battle.
And fourth. Because KJ found his way into the picture.
Looks like the 13's now starting to close. He went real wide in that corner. The 13, the 8, looks like he's starting to pressure that 8 now for that position.
Got to keep an eye on a lot of these battles going on here.
I was just watching Drake come off that turn 1. He squeaked that so tight coming off that. All I would have taken was an oops with a tire or something like that, and that wall would have collected him, but he did that. He cut that thing close.
Yeah,
I don't know how in the
second
world
and third time I've noticed that too as well, Mike.
But that's what I'm saying. But now, if we were actually being able to see some of this tire wear, you'll see that
cut
because
the corner again.
Through the grass?
Yeah, he did.
All right, we'll make sure. I mean, thank you very much. I mean, that's just, yeah. They got to be careful of that. 13 looks like he might be around.
Yep, 13 is around. Collected the 08.
No caution. This thing's still going to stay green. It's very possible because we've had this happen now 2 races in a row where, you know, this thing stays green because it's a road. Yep, because it was a road course.
Clips the wall.
See, now here we go, folks. Now these tires are starting to wear. Now you got to slow it down. Sometimes, especially on a road course, this is something that someone taught me very much. And this is someone from you know, actually US Trek taught me this when he was running for me as a driver. He says sometimes to go fast, you got to go slower, especially on a road course.
Looks like
he's 100%
Joe
right.
is into the bits. Sorry, Mike, didn't mean to interrupt you. Just give
No, that's fine. No. Oh, please, no. I mean, these guys are probably screaming right now. I need some tires. I need something because of, as I said, the worst thing they want to do is, yes, you can use that turn one runoff. Yes. But do you want to? Not necessarily, because if you hit that thing wrong, there is a bump there, and that will offset that car, and you have major issues. You gotta slow it. As I said, to go fast here, you got. It looks like the 68. He's trying to make a move on that 92 with the 9. There's the 13 of game there. He's there.
I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, Mike, I was just watching that as well. I'm sorry, Hazard. What?
I was noticing that the 8 has some damage.
Yeah, there's been some contact between him, the 13, the 16, I believe, and the 10.
Oh, it looks like there's something weird happening there. Some little bit of weirdness in the lag somewhere behind the 16.
KJ
44.
catching the 36.
That's Scorpius.
Yeah, that's the 44.
Fatal teammates.
Yep.
Turf, can we get a update, buddy?
Yeah, we got 2 laps to go.
2 laps in the stage.
So they're about to take the final
in the
lap.
11. Hang on for 2 laps.
I believe you can, but right now, I'm a little bit further back into this mix with the 68, the 9, the 13. They've all in the 92. They've all caught up to that 68, and now they're going to start giving him a hard time for this position. The 68, he's way wide. Oh, he's going to give it all up. That's all. See, that's what all it takes, man. That's
I
it.
don't know
Just
if the
that.
9 gave him a slight bump there, or if that
No,
was
it was just straight up pressure. He was
I didn't touch
there.
him. I'm good. I didn't touch him, Grant.
No, there was no touching there whatsoever. He was just there, just like we were talking about before. Be in his face. Don't touch him till this. Just be there. Put the pressure on him. Make him make his mistake as a driver, and then capitalize. And that's what just happened there.
No, Turf, I wasn't blaming you. I just didn't know because I couldn't quite see it.
Nope. Yeah, we weren't.
So that's why I was saying something.
Accident or there wasn't?
No,
68 just got really wide through the bus stop, but he's still right here behind this group. No problem.
Yeah, no, he didn't know. It was, as I said, it was just that pressure of 4 cars being behind you, knowing, and they actually, I believe those 4 were actually going to be faster than him anyways. But just that pressure of them being there. They're not making no aggressive moves, they're just running, but that's where driver error comes in. You get kind of nervous. You start pushing that car a little bit harder. Next thing you know, you overcorrect on something, and next thing you know, bingo.
As Drake comes out of the final corner to take the green and white checker to win the stage, Casey Joe will stay on the lead lap here.
Barely. And here comes Jade Burr out of the final turn.
Someone going wide there, 2 going wide there. They best hope that when they use that runoff coming off that corner with that little bit of wall. Jade's second?
No, it was Keith, Goose, KJ, and then Jade, I believe.
Sorry. Here
So
comes Nitro going on the outside.
Top 5.
Oh!
Stage points.
By the 9
Stage points. Stage points.
Great job, Turf.
And right now, that's the name of the game, because we're getting close to these guys. We're starting to wind down the seasons to getting closer to playoffs. Every point counts.
We got Drake 1, Mr. NASCAR 2, Goose 3, KJ 4, Jade 5, Scorp 6, Will 7, Parker's 8, Game Nerd 9, and the best driver in this race, Turf Tech 92 back.
Oh, man.
Well, not to be biased, I totally agree with you, Turf. You're definitely not one of my drivers, so.
But hey, listen, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So now, that first stage, here we go. We're gonna rack them and stack them once again. These top 4 cars.
Right along with Drake.
Here we go, green.
Keith on his right-hand side. That'll be the preferred line going into 1. They draw even as they go down the front stretch. Keith gets a run.
There's some contact. I heard a bunch of contact. I heard sheet metal there rubbing.
That, I believe, was the 10.
Yeah, he cut in front of me, and had to hit him, and I shoved him into like everybody.
No. Oh, that's. I mean, hey, listen. It's close contact. Hey, listen. Sometimes. Ooh.
16,
Now, if these restarts are tough, folks. I mean, here we go.
Riding back up
It's gonna take a little bit of patience to get through this.
Huge cut by the 11.
Oh, there's a wide one there, going wide.
Keith putting pressure on the 11 here.
Keith's going for him.
Will Keith be able to hang with him? Drake was really fast that first stage.
Yeah, and now it looks like these guys, after the first stage, they kind of got used to racing each other a little bit. Now they're starting. You can tell the driving's a little bit changed. Oh, the 10's around. He caught the turtles.
Oh,
that's that. Oh, there goes 68s in the side of him.
That's yellow, for sure.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Yep, caution is out.
Oh, tough break for the 10 and 68.
Wow.
So,
see again, like what I was talking about, you got to be careful with the rumble strips.
Yep. Yes.
If we had to replay it, looked like the 10 had caught the end of the rail, the wall, and caught it.
No, actually, what he did is he ran it all on the rumble strip, and then just barely enough that front went off the. If you keep it on the strip, you might be okay. You might be able to hold it. But what happened is when he made that run, it came in and his tire slipped off into the grass and it hooked him. And then from there he went around. It was just enough, just slightly. I mean, it could have been. I think it was like maybe from what I was looking at when I watched that happen, it was maybe a quarter of a tire that hit that grass when that happened.
Up right here, as we're going back green.
We've got.
Somebody didn't go.
Oh, he lagged.
Yeah,
there's a mess. That's definitely a caution. Yeah, If that ain't a caution, I'll be surprised. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, caution is out. Caution is out. There was a lag spike somewhere, I believe, or did someone lag? Or
yeah.
What do you get on the radio there, Grant? What'd you get on the radio there? From the Discord.
I thought he wasn't going, so I went around him, and all of a sudden it went forward, and I started hitting people.
So we're not gonna blame it on anybody. That was just.
We're gonna have like 1 or 2 laps left.
Let's rack them up and try.
Quick stage 2 here, like we had yesterday in stage 1. A couple of quick cautions just took out the whole stage pretty much.
Definitely got to pull in buckles. Pull in buckles tight because we got 2 or 3 laps to go.
We got 2 laps left. 2 laps left.
10-4 as we get back rolling here in 89, pulling even again down the straight.
Gonna try to keep it kind of calm going to the corner. They're still trying. I mean,
Goose got around him.
Yep, Goose got around the 89 for second. Here's Game Nerd up into 4th.
How about that for the 13? Oh, I heard something from Matt. Something went wrong.
Yeah, it sounded like he made some contact with the 9.
Why does everybody hit me?
Oh,
16
looks like someone definitely told me that's definitely going to be a penalty. That he's going to be stuck now.
That is a penalty for the 16 car.
Looks like the 89. He might be trying to peek a little spot on that 30. Oh, he's going to go really wide there.
I don't know if that was on purpose because the car shot left.
Something happened to Keith.
Yeah,
he's slow on the track.
I think it's because he's lagging a little bit, so he might be
backing down.
Well, which will now at 36, he's the 13. Actually, believe it or not, Game Nerd. Here's a little story about Game Nerd, folks. Game Nerd was one of my drivers back when I was running the Xfinity series. Goose chose him to be one of my 4th drivers, but being his schedule kind of changed a little bit because he was in school. He's very young. He has developed so much here, and it's great to see him running in this 3rd spot right now. But now, we're gonna be coming to like 2 to go.
Last lap.
Looks like maybe the 36 looks like he might be being able to push a little bit, getting a little bit stabled in, and maybe will he be able to run down that 11? You think, guys? Think he'll make it? Think he'll get him?
No, I don't think so because.
Yeah, I'm looking at the distance now. Yeah, I mean, way I was looking at it before.
So, ended in the final turn.
So this should be the white flag, correct? Or is this
checkered?
Okay.
Checkered flag. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was off on my flag
So
count.
the
Sorry,
11
folks.
of Drake will win stage 2. Goose will take second. Looks like Game Nerd will keep third, but here Jade with the run.
Got fourth.
That'll be fourth, and then it looks like KJ fifth.
Oh,
Yeah. Parker is right behind him. I think.
I just want to say, guys, the best driver in the world's got stage 1 skin. Just
let's go.
Drake 1, Trek 2, Game Nerd 3, Jade 4, KJ 5, Matt 6, Key 7, Scorp 8, Fergie 9, and
Turf. You 10th again. Nice.
Yes.
11th is the 08. Then the 16th.
Oh, don't go by on track positions, Hazard.
Yeah,
because,
no, you can't go by the camera.
After the flag, it kind of shuffles around sometimes.
Yeah. Also, too, I mean, we talk about this a lot. These camera views this game has is, I hate it because it does not go in sequence of how they're stacked up. And it's irritating.
Well, it goes by qualifying order, is how it does.
Does that what it does even during race? Okay. Well, thanks.
So at the very start of the race, it'll go down in that order. I've noticed that, because if you'll watch on the restart, it'll take you back to Jade, who was the pole sitter.
All right. Okay. Well, there we go. See. Now, yeah, you're right. Very much.
So as we see the 8 with a lead, the 68 in second now, the 08 of Casey Joe in third, and Drake in fourth.
All right, here we go, folks.
Either a lag or he's falling back here.
Someone's peeling off here.
Ooh,
that's good. I mean,
Nitro went into pit road on accident.
This is where a lot of cars going to shuffle up. They, depends on where we go. Who's going to be, everybody's going to settle in a little bit. Find a spot because this is where this is the stage that counts. You're going to have to worry about tire wear and fuel here because I'm pretty sure you got at least pit once here, correct?
Yeah, it looks like we have about 8.
Heavy contact between the 11 and the 8.
I'm going through.
Ooh, someone just blew the brakes off. Drake, he's hit.
I was
Holy cow!
I was looking at the lap count and I forgot to brake.
That was a huge
Oh my god, dude. Listen,
At least good job being aware of
that's
it. That's
not
fair. Good job.
Well, that's alright, folks. Listen, all right.
No, you're good. I thought I had more time, and then I looked, and I was trying to find my braking point, and I was like, there's nowhere to go.
Well, sorry about that, folks. We'll definitely, that's not right. Well, yeah. Pay attention. How's that? No. Yeah, no, folks. I mean, this is going to be interesting because I said you do gotta pit in this stage. You're gonna. Oh, 8. He's in the 10. He just pushes him right off into the runoff.
Here comes Jade.
We have.
Here comes the 36, battling with the 8.
Now, the question is, will the 11? Yeah, will the 11 bell come back to? Oh, there's a little bit of contact there between somebody.
KJ and Goose battling it out for second at the moment.
Goose
gonna hold off.
Oh, Game Nerd looks like he's gonna be. Oh, that was close. I heard the wheels squeal there.
The 08's in the wall.
Yeah. 99. He's on. He's giving. Oh, so much action going on. Trying to figure out where everybody's at.
Let's go.
Yep. And how, I mean, did Goose lose position?
Bump there. KJ looking to the outside of that corner. It'll be the inside for the final corner.
Oh, that's a little bit of contact.
Some more.
He rushed that one.
I really aggressive here.
Is Goose dropping back for a reason? Is he?
I don't think so.
Or are these guys really pushing it really that hard now?
Oh, Jade! Where did he come from?
KJ is pushing it hard.
Because it definitely looks like business may have picked up on this track now because of, yeah.
Here comes Drake trying to make a pass through the left hand of the S's, now the right hand of turn 4.
He'll clear that. I mean, he's trying to work his way up after whatever happened.
Yep, he'll get around going through the bus stop.
Right now, he might be the fastest car on the track. Oh, looks like somebody. Oh, there through the S's. Yeah, he went way off.
That's Jade, the 10.
These tires got to be wearing some now. They're pushing. I mean, they've
Casey Jones
got to be running hard.
He cut the S.
And that's just it. I mean, that's nothing. Now, remember, Goose is a veteran here, 2 seasons. He's
Not
one
Goose,
year, I
Casey
believe.
Joe.
No, but I'm talking about just statistically wise. I'm looking at how this is setting up for the end of this run.
9. What happened to the 9?
That's because I suck.
Okay, live.
It's okay, Turf. It's okay.
I hit the wall.
Then here comes 11. He's finally worked his way back up. He's now looking at now he's trying to work on Goose in the 36. But what I'm saying is that
the battle for third right now.
As I said, this is, as I said, Goose, the 36 of US Trek has been here before. He knows what it takes. He's a winner here before. He's,
And actually, Parkey is the defending race winner.
At this point, yes, but two seasons ago, it was, Goose was either had first or second. He had multiple wins.
KJ's going aggressive here. He wants that outside run.
I told you, KJ is pushing hard, and Goose hasn't quite fallen off either. He's still right there as well.
Oh yeah, no, he's just being patient. What I'm saying, I mean, he's picking it up when he needs to. Here comes Drake. He's trying to work hard on Goose. And those two, they love racing together too. From what I hear, he can really race well.
With the 99.
And he'll give that spot up, See how he did that? I mean, he knew he was fast. He see how he did that? The 36-11, he knew that he was a little bit faster. He let him go, get his spot in because that's, you can't be really pressuring him. Now, what happens is that if Goose is good, keeps, be patient enough, he's going to follow the 11 all the way up 3. He's going to follow that 11 up through.
I don't think the 11 is happy with the 8. He is targeting.
Well, the 11 wasn't the 8 wasn't the cause of all that.
Oh, now the 11's trying to get, 11's trying to get onto the 8 of Matt Parkhurst.
And Keith's building his way back up. He's in 7th.
I'll tell you what, the driver on the move, though, is definitely that number 11.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell right now he's driving angrier than a teenager.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's been clean. I mean, it hasn't been, too... He's been respectful, from what I've seen on my section.
It's been a little bit on the aggressive side, but, it's still...
It's nothing,
Ooh.
And that's the mistake he was looking for. That was the mistake.
No, the 11 definitely gave a shot to the 8 there.
I didn't mean definitely.
And the 99 going after. He is capitalizing on what Drake just did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep. And still, look, here comes the 36 and the 13. We have a 5-car battle for the lead, folks.
Now, was that because of when you said he gave him a shot? Was that because of that? He said, "Oh, yeah. I'm sorry," and backed out. Is that? That right there looks exactly what happened. I'm not knowing what happened, folks. I'm not sure what happened, but in my eyes. That happened. He gave him a shot. He knew it was oops. He backed out of everything. Get the top 4 cars. He let them go, and then he worked. Now he's going to work his way back up through out of respect because he did that oops. I mean, that's kind of what I mean. That's kind of knowing Drake as a driver and knowing what he is as a person and had conversation with him. That would be exactly what that's what I would do. I mean, sorry, buddy. I did not mean to give you that kind of a shot like that. You know what I mean? I couldn't get slowed down.
Right.
So
yeah. See, I understand. Yeah. I just definitely saw the 11 give the shot to the 8.
Oh, no. I'm just trying.
What
I'm saying is that
wide there is what I saw.
Exactly. Well, no. I'm just saying from what I saw, because all of a sudden he gave that shot, correct, and then all of a sudden he dropped way back, right?
Right.
So you gave your aspect of, okay, well, he gave him that shot. Well, now give him the aspect of now why he dropped back to those positions because of that shot.
Yeah.
He took it upon himself as a driver in respect to the other drivers saying, oh, yeah, okay, oops. That was a cut there. He worked himself on the inside of the 36 there on that one.
Yep. The 13 with a crossover.
Now, some guys, be very careful because when you're making that kind of a move on a driver, now if he's making that kind of aggressive move on another driver that's fast like that, I tell you right now, those kind of videos will be reviewed because you know what I mean. You that could be considered on the position of where this person driver is at the point in time of after everything happening. Could that be considered? You know what I mean? Illegal.
That could be considered aggressive driving as the 68 of Nitro's coming out of the pits.
Those kind of things, you got to be careful.
Right in front of the leaders. This is going to be a tough spot for the Nitro. Looks like he's going to stop and let everybody go here. Smart move.
Yep. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, knowing that these guys are definitely things are definitely heated up from our end for what we're seeing.
Yep. KJ now in the lead. Here comes the 11, trying to battle back from a mistake made earlier.
Yeah. And you know, and the 11, he's got to be, you know, cutting that. You know, it could have been a mistake, whatever. But he's got to be very careful
because to the wall.
He's got to be very careful on all of his running because of the fact being is that because of what he did. You know, he's got to suffer the consequences and work his way up respectfully and have etiquette and take what he's back to his, you know, if that's the case. Oh. And that goes for any one of these guys. I mean, and I'll give him credit for that, for just what I saw on my end. You know, it looks like that's what he did. He made it, oops, this and that, apologized, he backed out and let the guys go behind him because he suffered his penalty there. You know what I mean?
The 8's coming down pit road. Turf, how many laps do we have?
I will tell you once I get back to the line.
Depending on where you are.
Here he goes. It looks like the 11. He's going to make that move on the 99.
Slight contact.
Little bit of, slight contact there, which is he's going to, you know, a little bit there on that quarter. So he succeeds a little bit, you know. Lets that car get collected up.
Bad. He wants a third win on the season.
It's going to be tough earned, too.
You know, he kind of got it stolen from him. Oh, and he's actually going to make a mistake. It's probably because he hit the inside of that curb.
Yep.
But he actually kind of got it stolen from him earlier on in the season on a fuel mileage race at New Hampshire. He was dominating that race. And he got it stolen from him due to fuel mileage. And he didn't have the right strategy. So he's trying to really trying to capitalize on possibly a good situation here.
Yep.
We have
he looks like he's definitely going to be definitely a contender. You know, coming down
with they're taking 10 to go.
Okay, 10 to go.
You know, and then you can't, you know.
What did it say for you? 11?
Yes.
Oh, it'll say 10 when he gets there.
Yeah, I think it's going to tell me 11.
You know, once these guys hit playoff status, and this
if
is,
you're
you know,
locked down, then it'll be 11.
Once with some of these guys that I know, that especially US Trek, for instance, you know, he was with me for 2 years, 2 seasons. You know, he did a great job, and he's been here before, and he thinks, you know, he's very strategic on what he does when it comes to a championship run. You know, he finished third 2 years in a row. You know. Well, we're just waiting now. We're going through. I mean,
I tell you what, KJ
looks like the 89 has some
they're coming
problems.
in. They're coming in right now. The leaders are coming in. 11 and the 99. Both
and that's smart.
Everybody's coming down.
They got to make a choice now because of the fact being is that this is, you know, from here they all know that you can make it from here, and we'll see what happens.
I would not be surprised if Gamer just sped as well. He had a really late entrance into pit road. And he's on the inside of Keith.
Here we go. This is a perfect view for what I'm seeing, buddy. I'm right on pit road. They're all hitting the boxes. Some, you know, coming in. Let's see who's going to pop out of here first.
Follow.
And Gamer in the 99 does have damage.
Yeah. Here comes the 99. He's out. Here comes the 11. He's out.
The 11's going to beat him. Yep.
Okay, so the 13 did not get
looks like the 36 gonna make it out. Ooh, he's gonna squeak out to the third spot. What it look like?
Cycle back here. Alright, so the 11 is pulled out to what looks to be.
Is the 89 out of the race?
Yeah, I believe so.
As of right now, no, because I'm still in 13th. But
did he lag out? Or is he, are we just having that same issue we've had with him in the past?
I think so. Turf, do you see Keith still on the track, or?
I don't know. I'm in the battle with Jade and the 36. I'm trying not to wreck right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Come on, man, we'll figure it out. Folks, we'll give you an update on that. Yeah, we want to.
No, Keith is
that 9 looks like
Keith
that 9 is definitely got his nose pretty beat up right now.
So we're just having that same problem then.
Yeah, I can see him just fine. He's going into, I think that's 10 right now. No. 10 and 11, the final two.
Will, he's shout out to Will. He's kept that car pretty clean all race.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
he's really getting around here good.
I mean, for someone that I talked to Will before. I mean, I've had a little bit of conversation with Will, and I'm like, he's being, of course, for Ryan C, just that. I mean, he's been on our show, stuff like that. He's part of the employee from that group. He says, I really want to, get into this, and it's like he's doing a good job tonight for this team.
Yeah, Will's actually been on track all week long too, so he's got plenty of experience this week.
Yeah, and it's like some of the grass also just do an announcement on that too. Will is actually one of the veteran drivers that will be joining the introduction series for their Daytona race on Monday.
Yep, as well as myself and Nacho as well.
Yep.
Or Nitro, as most people know.
And I think one thing to point out with Will is that, so Mike, you said that he works with Ryan C Racing, right? And it takes a lot of time. There's a lot of stress going throughout the season. And since the season has just ended, maybe a lot of that stress is lifted. He's able to focus on more things.
Oh no, that's what he was mentioning. He's like, because we were talking, he's like, Mike, I can't wait because because he enjoys racing with us.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's, this is the first time he's not very familiar with this and this and that. This is kind of his, breaking his teeth on this. And, now, he's like, I can't wait because now I have some off time. Now I have some time to really, get into this and focus and this and that. So, I would watch. It's like he might have been, that might have been, the 99. He went a little wide there. Sorry, guys. But, he's very excited about what's coming up during his off season. And this is what we look forward towards the off season, too, because now people are more time. It's snowing out. It's cold, crappy. What better else is there to do?
We're coming to 7 laps to go, I believe.
Yeah, so Turf, can we get an update when you get to the line?
Yes.
Yeah. Looks like there's someone. I'm not sure if that's a lap vehicle. Looks like the 10 of Bird. He's starting to put a little bit of pressure on the 36.
That is
now
news.
The 36 knows that he has here for owner points, right? Because he doesn't drive in the series.
6 to go.
US Trek knows that he is
Leaders
here
took
for
6 or come 2-6.
he is here for driver points, not owner points. And Jay's here for owner points.
They took 6 already.
So at that point, I would, of course, I know that. Okay, right. You might take a few points from me, but you're only here for owner points. I'm not here for that. I'm here as a driver for driver points. So I'm looking at the championship factor in the end, not the fact that listen, whatever, Oh, is he gonna hit that wall? Oh man, I was just riding along with Jay with that. He barely missed that wall. I bet you he was definitely puckered for that one.
Yep, as the 11 comes through turn 10, coming to turn 11.
5 laps to go here at the
here we go. Now, did they manage to save enough tire, enough fuel when they all pitted at the same time to make this full run? And we're yet with 5 to go. All right, guys, what's your picks now?
So, I still definitely got to go with the 11 here. He's been fast all race long. He's now got that space between him and KJ where he can kind of relax a little bit. Let the tires cool back down, save some fuel here, and be set for the rest of this race.
Yeah, you're right, and I got to get the 99, he's done great. Got himself in the second spot. He's gonna just settle in there for now. Do what he can to maybe close the gap. But he's gonna ride right there for now, and not as long as he don't ever drive the car. He should have a nice second spot.
So if you're KJ, you're hoping the 11's going to be a little bit more aggressive. Try to keep this distance between you and him. You're hoping he makes those mistakes. Where you as a driver, you got to go out there, run clean laps, keep your car in between the ditches here, or the rumble strips, whatever you want to call them. And,
now who's in our third spot?
Qualifying laps.
Now who's in our third spot?
And third, I believe, is going to be Goose.
So US Truck going, here's a rundown just some of you drivers, folks, for the top half of the field. US Truck, obviously, he's great. I'll vouch for him myself. He's a great driver. Snap. He moved over to Wolfpack. You know, he does great driver to have on your team. And, you know, he's just determined. I mean, he's the only man that I know will take his. He'll go. You know, he was, matter of fact, he sent me pictures when he was out. I believe he was doing a business trip, and took his full rig with him because he was going to be out there for the week just to do this, just to get not right now, but just to just to keep continuing be competitive and practice because it's what it takes. You know, and that's how we got. You know, I enjoyed having him as a driver. Then your fourth place. What are we looking at? Jade Burnley 10.
I think so.
Well, Jade Burr, I mean, obviously, you know, he loves the Glen. You know, he's running, you know, behind Goose by the US track. You know, he's not too far back. He's like probably like 1 or 2, 3 car lengths from what I'm seeing here on my screen, watching back behind, you know, the 36. You know, he's not pushing it, just riding. You know, and that's what it kind of takes when you get longer into these runs. We got to be getting close to probably what 3 to go, 2 to go.
This is what 3 to go, right, Turf?
Correct. I think they're going to 2.
Yep.
So
they
looking at we're going back, getting 2 to go.
I got that right. Holy cow!
Nice. And then now, I mean, who are we looking at? What is Will? Will is what?
Will?
Top 5. Who's 5th place?
See, now that's where it gets a little bit harder.
Yep.
Because I don't know if it's Will or if it's Game Nerd. Let's see, Scorpius is behind Game Nerd here. I know that much.
It's between. Sorry, folks. Tough. With these screens, it's just so tough to figure out where everybody's at.
It really is hard to figure out here.
And I believe you're right because I'm watching behind, and Matt's coming down the stretch.
Matt is saving fields, I do not know.
Yeah, so he's behind us. Sorry, folks. I mean.
Oh, we have the 08 around in the middle of turns 1 to turn 2 here.
So I mean, basically, I'll just go through different cars. This and that. I can't give it. They were supposed to fix this season, before. Hopefully, maybe when they give us our update. I doubt it. Never mind. I won't even want to talk about that because it's just.
I can tell you who's going to be in 5th because they're about to pass me.
All right, please tell me so I can go down with the rest of the drivers and give the top 5 at least. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, as long as we
it's
get
whoever's
the top 5,
behind Game Nerd. Whoever's
I
coming.
believe it's Scorpius.
Scorpius.
I believe.
Well, okay. All right. Well, either way, but no. I mean, we'll just drop it off there as your top 4, anyways. Just because
as we see the leader coming through the final corner to do it one more time around the Glen.
White flag here at the series.
Drake will take the white flag, sponsored by the Breved Up Podcast.
There goes a move. Jade put a move on the 36. Oh, he would definitely. He got a little bit into him. If I followed from that, because I'm watching that right now behind the 36, and it didn't quite work out because it loosened him way up. Now he's going to lose a lot of time to that.
Yep, you're good. I'll keep update on the leader here.
Oh, contact with the 1692.
As we see him come to the bus stop for the final time.
Clean bus stop.
Well, Will, he's had a great race.
I think it's Will in 5th.
I think of the 92 behind him, they're right together.
Oh!
That's wait, he's around. Whoa, that was close. 8 and Jade. Jade is around.
Going through turn 10 for the final time, coming to 11.
Somebody hit
the final right hand under green.
Don't know.
He's gonna do it, Drake.
And Drake will come down the front stretch by the wall, giving a salute to the fans, and he will win for the 8th time at the Glen.
And get a track record. KJ getting 2nd. And Goose getting 3rd.
I think Game Nerd is 4th.
Will probably 5th, I believe, or Scorpius.
So, Turf, when you finish, if you'll give us
Well, I'm spinning right now in the middle of the track, so
yeah. Matt just avoided that.
Oh, there goes your way. Just drove through that.
Okay, Drake won.
Yeah, no, folks. I mean, that was. I mean, here we go. While we're waiting for these guys to get the rest of the update, while we're here, that was great. That was great stuff. I mean, that was a great race between Jade and definitely Jade trying to get that third spot from the 36. You know, a lot of great racing tonight. You know, obviously, you know, we know that it's very tough to get through the S's. It's you know, you got to hit them just right.
A strong night for these three drivers.
But definitely, I mean, great racing by everybody.
Drake, KJ, and who was third?
Drake, KJ, Track, Game Nerd, Scorpius, Keith, Jade, Parkhurst, Will, Jay Fergie, Casey Joe, Nitro. We don't speak of him, and Maggio.
Well, there's your rundown. That was great, right? I mean, that was some great racing. A lot of different strategies. This and that. Now we're just gonna wait here, folks, for our top 3 to get in here.
One of them's in already.
Oh yeah.
Any quick reflexes there?
Drake, he just did.
And now we are waiting for third place. The Goose.
Yeah, on my screen you just stopped and like there was absolutely nothing.
Can we try to kill that echo and just have that please in there?
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
Fast slap goes to.
Sorry about that. Good battle.
KJ with the 106.58.
Alright. It is now time for the top 3 interviews. So, in third, before we interview our drivers, let's introduce our top 3. So, so let's get this started here. So, in third place, driving the number 36, Chevy Camaro. For Wolfpack Motorsports, it is Goose.
Who was top 3?
In second place, driving the number 99 Toyota Supra, it is KJ Racing. And in first place, driving the number 11 Leaf Filter Chevy Camaro, in win number 8, Mr. Drake. So with that being said, let's start with third place, which is
Who got third?
You can do it.
Goose.
You can do it.
Come on.
Come on.
There we go.
Goose. It's hazard up in the WRL Xfinity booth. You got me?
I got you. Can you hear me?
We got a coffee, buddy.
Great night for you, man. Get in the top 3 on a road course. Mr. Fuel Saver here, showing us why he is one of the best. So,
Who
what does
saved
this top
fuel?
podium mean for you?
I finished probably where I should have. Some people didn't finish as high as they should have. Again, if you're faster than me, you're good to go. But if you're faster than me, you can probably pass me clean too.
And, you know, I mean, you know, that's what it takes to. I mean, obviously, you know, I did see, you know, I've called it oops at this point, and you know, that's basically from what you know we're calling anything. That's you know, I don't accuse nothing of nothing. You know how I am, buddy. But I mean, for you to, you know,
all in all, it was a good race. If you stayed up front, it was a good race. Congrats to Drake. My favorite to win the race was not me; it was Drake. and so, congrats to you. Second place. Congrats. And
no, I mean,
we'll go to the next one.
Exactly. I mean, it's got to be good. I mean, obviously, you put a lot of time in road courses. I know because of you know, obviously, I know. You know, you keep, you know, did what you had to do. You knew that, you know, points, championship-wise for driver points, this and that, you know, obviously you've been there, you've been, you know, experienced it before, this, that, you know. So, I mean, I believe that, you know, you're looking at probably the longevity of the whole deal is that championship run again. Think so?
No, Drake's going to get it. I have to put, you know, triple or 4 times the amount of practice in just to be average with these guys, and so great kudos to them. Road courses, you can be fast as you want all day long, but once you start getting damage in the rear, and once you start getting damage, your car just doesn't have the arrow on those straight stretches. So great race. I appreciate everybody, and I finished probably where I should have finished.
Well, congratulations, buddy. I mean, it's well deserved. I mean, 3rd place. Great job. Once again, obviously, you always do good here. And have a good night. Now we'll move on. 2nd place.
That's right, for 2nd place.
What's up, guys?
Got a coffee?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry.
So KJ, we saw you have a really great race underneath you tonight. You had the lead for a little while. Drake came up there. Looked like a little bit contact between you two. Looked like just a little bit of racing deal. Nothing too big. Were you having fun racing with them like that? And then what was going through your mind the last few laps of trying to chase him down for the win?
It was kind of like a bump to the side. I did get loose off of Drake, and I got a little frustrated with that because I thought he and I were racing clean first part, but I tried catching him for the last 5 laps, and yeah, it was fun. With that, I got the fastest lap. I think I put over 150 laps this week, so how it is. So we'll get him next week. So it's all good though.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, this Mike, obviously, in Debbie has said, just like I talked to you, it's about the long deal. I mean, if you're running for a driver's championship, this and that, you have to sometimes, you have to take what's given, and and sometimes, those kind of 2nd places and things like that, and not great finishes, but, if you look at the longevity of things, it's once you hit the playoffs. Once you get through the regular season, everything changes after that. Playoffs changes, everything, your driving will even change. You'll be surprised, but if you really pay attention to it, because I've seen it, this and that. But congratulations, buddy. Great hard work, road course. We know it's not easy. Good job on putting it together and locking up a 2nd place.
And getting fast lap, dude, that helps.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely, yes.
Yeah, just hopefully I make the playoffs, but knowing I can't show up all the time. But where are we at next week? I look at the schedule.
Next week for Daytona.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, definitely. I know. And obviously, I threw this out there. I do, please, if you have, I've decided that, with the entry series, just a shout out, for that. I do have a few openings, for a couple cars, because I'm trying to, get these guys a little bit bigger drafting field at Daytona. So, now remember, being a bully. We're here to help them and guide them and direct them in a position of having great drafting together. So, if you please, if you want, please get in touch with me.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Yeah, no, well, anybody. I mean, that invite goes out to anybody. I have a couple. I already have. Goose has already, jumped on. Nitro's already asked. I still that veteran car. I'm not sure if it's Jade or Matt's going to fill that position yet. They haven't told me.
Oh yeah.
Me. That was me.
So, but all right, now we're going to move on. We'll move on, guys.
Right.
Congratulations, buddy, Drake. Now. I mean, I've been in your position before, not in this position, not your position particularly, but as an owner, as being an owner, having this many wins. Because we did it with two other drivers. Shout out to them when we won our championships and stuff like that. I mean, how does it feel, to be able to have this success, knowing that I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I'm gonna call you out. You were sandbagging. You said you were not good here and this and that. So tell me, buddy, how'd you fix that issue of not being so good here?
Yeah, that's a great question. really, I don't usually put in a whole lot of practice for these races. I put in probably, I would say, an average amount. I usually the night before I'll just run, see how many laps the race is going to be, see what the stages are going to be, sort of see what slider feels best for me. But I knew going into this race that it was going to be one of those tracks that setup was going to be really, really important. So I don't think I probably put in as much as KJ said he did, like 100 and something laps. But I did, put in a decent amount of practice just to make sure I had the setup dialed in for me and what I like. So I'm just really glad that it all worked out.
Well, congratulations, buddy. And see, and this is, I know I'm gonna give a shout out to, I'm hoping that some of the entry series drivers, the introduction series drivers, are listening to us, because of right there is the main point that you just said. You and KJ were the factors that you put the hours in. Whether it be racing, hopefully you racing with teammates, just that to get to learn how to drive, but even in just whatever practice, getting your setups dialed in, whether it be this or sliders, and that's what it takes to, even you can even tell by myself, even though that I've done this for so ever, I don't put the hours in. You can tell just by my driving. I don't put the hours in. No. But, definitely, buddy. Congratulations. That's just, I just want to point that example out. Congratulations, buddy. Another win. Playoff aluminum
for the car.
And that's 8 for me. Yeah.
Oh,
like I said, we're gonna try to go for that Kyle Larson season here. That's what we're going for.
Oh, we have another thing to announce for you, Drake.
Yeah, what?
You, sir, are the track record holder of Watkins Glen with a
now of the series, yeah.
6.
Of Xfinity Series.
38.
Yep. Wow, that's great.
I'm coming.
A world record holder at the Glen for the Xfinity Series.
Yeah. I definitely.
Your owner is here, and it should be very proud of you of what you accomplished. Jade, the floor is yours.
I think I've run out of things to say. I don't think in my time. Well, the only other person that's ever won 8 races in a season for Fado was myself in a NASCAR season. But that was before the WRL, and Drake, man, he's living it up right now. This competition is fierce. And... What?
Sorry. No, sorry. Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
I was like, what?
No, sorry.
But no, he's killing it. There's nothing more than I can say that the rest of the field isn't thinking. They're thinking, how in the heck are we going to pass this guy? I was thinking that myself tonight when I was rolling in. I had I don't know. Ever since Monday, it's been Watkins Glen has not been nice to me.
Yeah. Oh no, you think about it. As owners, you think about it because me and you, we've both been owners. This and that. Drake is. When 2 seasons ago, when Casey and when I brought Casey and Goose, entered the city and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you find those diamonds in the roughs. Casey was definitely one of those diamonds. Goose is one of those diamonds, and Drake now, from what I see, just running, his oval style and this and that, and his etiquette this and that. He's going to be another one of those kind of diamond drivers that, as things go on, as he's going to be around for a while, and get used to driving with everybody and adapt, and he's going to be a great racer for the league, that's for sure.
Speaking of Goose, I have to put this out there. I don't know what happened in the last turn coming to the white flag. I don't know if I got into him, because I know I was trying to apex the corner and get going.
We didn't see anything.
Because I know, he went high, I went low. And, I hesitated to give him back the spot. Because I didn't want to take it from him if I hit him. So I wasn't sure. I don't know if he's still here or not.
No, he's not. But, I'll definitely, I will definitely...
I'm going to shoot him a message anyway.
Yeah, just
to
give
kind of be like,
just send him a little message. So yeah, exactly. That's all you got to do with him. That's all you got to do with him, and this and that, and and how of course, dude. I don't even know why I'm even talking to you. You're the owner. You know what it takes and this and that to admit that okay, when we all do it. If we made an oops. and we didn't get a chance to express it. 3/4 of the time, it gets addressed immediately after, privately, if we can keep it, and if it becomes definitely a racing or a league kind of, a league kind of deal, then, but if it's just to, say, hey, listen, all right, it's still league deal, but it doesn't have to be, exactly, it doesn't, it's between driver and driver at that point, if you don't have to bring Abbott, that kind of stuff, and then you don't, because then usually if you do that, if you can't figure it out yourself and you bring in the admins, then there's usually consequences suffered, at that point. That's just fairness, we want to give the drivers every opportunity to work, so that, buddy. Listen, why am I even telling you? But no, great, definitely Drake, congratulations, Jake, congratulations on having a driver underneath your belt. I've been there, done that, that, and it's a great feeling.
I think I've incurred more damage costs this week than I have any other week this season.
Yeah. You were fast tonight. I was honestly really surprised. I wasn't expecting you to show up with as much speed as you did. Same with Parky too, And KJ
it just didn't fruition. Like last night, everything. I was hoping for a caution at the end of the second stage, so I didn't have to come in and pit. After I came in and pit, was coming back out. Oh look, there's a caution. Jade went from leading to ninth.
But now,
hey,
we got one more person in here real quick before we end all this, buddy. We got one more person. Matt, what are you doing, buddy? You're quiet.
Just sitting here listening to all this stuff.
Well, cough up your opinion. You were in this thing. It's not like you. Don't even try hiding.
Matt, my opinion is my race sucked.
Hey, you actually led.
I spent a lot of time up front where I really had no business being, honestly. I know we started stage 3 there. I'm like, I feel like if I can get track position, I think I might have something. And Drake gave me a good run coming through the S's, and I was debating if I was going to let him go going into the bus stop, and I think he kind of had the same idea. We both kind of lifted, wanting the other to go, and we just kind of came together. So
yeah, actually, Drake, what happened there? No, what happened there was I was going to try to just like break early and get in behind you, but when I broke early, you also kind of had to break earlier because you had like a shallow line going in there, and I just sort of misjudged that. So that totally wasn't your fault at all.
Okay. I just know I know after that things kind of snowballed from there because I was out of my rhythm. It took me like half a lap to get back in my rhythm. By that time, somebody else was on my butt. I think it was Goose.
Yep.
And
we talked about that too. That this track is huge about rhythm. You especially when running left to right, which a lot of times more so now than ever, I guess, with the new schedules and stuff that they've come out with. But turning left to right is not something that's we're very familiar with, and to get these cars. To do that, it's not an easy task, and you have to almost do it like we have to do because of trying to ride a slider here just doesn't work on road courses anyways, because you just can't get the going.
I disagree. I very much disagree with that.
You think so? What do you disagree with? Oh, that's game. He disagrees with everything. Don't mind him.
I finished 4th place with a slider, I'll have you know.
Did you?
Yeah, sliders are definitely hard, especially at this track, just because of the amount of straightaways. You get destroyed on gears, absolutely annihilated, but you just have to get it all back in the corners.
Oh.
Yeah, there was
everybody has a different opinion.
Yeah, there was another incident.
Hey, wait a minute. Speaking of, let's give Game Bear a shout because he's one of our youngest members of the league, and aren't you supposed to be in bed?
Not quite. We're getting there.
But no, folks. Great job, everybody. Jade, great job on getting that success. Drake, awesome job. Seeing what you did. All the top drivers. Goose, KJ. Great job there. Those guys worked hard off. Steve, you've been quiet all night. I hope you're not still sleeping. Thank you very much for everything. Same for everything that everything that you do, and I appreciate, you being there for us, and watching some of these and just hanging out with us and seeing how silly we can really be.
Yeah.
Also, Hazard, I see you're in here. What are you doing? I didn't give you a how to,
Yeah, I was pretty much calling the race. There was another incident that we caught on stream involving Drake. I don't know what happened with him. And
well, I got a question about what happened there.
Yeah.
When we went down into turn one, I kind of made a late block attempt right before I hit the brakes, and I don't think he was ready for it.
That's another thing that I was having issues with tonight, because there were like probably three. That was like one of three separate occasions in turn one where I